Turning to weather right now, nothing like that in our neck of the woods, but it is an impact day.
Yeah, Lindsey, you're watching for some frizzle, which is that freezing drizzle. You're just keeping an eye out for it.
Right. It's something that doesn't get picked up on models or the radar. You just have to kind of see if we get drizzle. It could freeze on contact with the surface, and that could cause some big slick spots. So we have the potential. We have this setup for that frizzle. Otherwise, you're going to have a dry morning. No real big issues here, except for that frizzle. Warm and windy day. I say warm because we're not above average, but we are warmer than the last couple of days with highs near 37. This evening, the next thing to watch out for is a spotty mix, wintry mix, maybe even a quick little burst of snow. It would be very quick, but it could cause slick spots with visibility issues. I'm not expecting a lot of accumulation here. This would be like a quarter to a third of an inch possible, but then the temperatures tank behind it to the point where the chills will be below zero overnight tonight into Thursday morning. So this is what you can expect today. Road conditions, that's what I'm watching. So I got the little eyeballs there. So frizzle and drizzle, that is the only thing I'm tracking this morning. It is windy no matter where you are in the day. It is going to be a windy day with the wind advisory starting at 2 p.m. going until 10 p.m. Then the other issue we have is this evening between, I want to say, 2 and 7 p.m. We have these rain-snow mix showers. At times, if we're cold enough, some of that may flip to a quick burst of heavy snow and then go back to light rain. That could cause some slick spots and visibility issues for this evening. So here's the radar right now. Actually, a couple of those little flurries because it's cold enough near Fond du Lac. That does show me that there's potential of that drizzle. Again, it's such a small feature, it doesn't get picked up on the radar. But let me know what you're seeing out there and let me know how your commute is going. The winds are starting to pick up out of the southwest. That's going to bring in that warmer air, but it's also going to make it windy all day. Winds are going to be gusting up to 40 miles an hour later this afternoon, and that wind is creating wind chills in the 10s and also the teens this morning. So have all the layers as you're heading out the door. Here's Sheboygan. A lot of the cameras I have kind of targeted toward the ground so I can see if there's any shiny spots or slick spots. So far, Sheboygan, you look okay. Here's a live look at our Landmark Credit Union camera. We're all below freezing, so that's why I'm watching it. Not seeing any problems there, so that is good to see. And then in Milwaukee, again, roads look really good. So I'm hoping it stays that way all morning. 28 degrees right now. It feels like 17. And here is that 12-hour forecast. This is the frizzle potential. We're cloudy all day. Very windy. The winds are going to make it only feel like the 20s throughout the day. Then after that 2 o'clock hour, we start to see the wintry mix flurry potential. And then look at the temperature. It just tanks. It just crashes as we head towards this evening. That's today. Yes, that's all just today. Wind chills below zero for tomorrow. We'll get more sunshine tomorrow, sunny on Friday, and then a warm up on the way as we get closer to the weekend. So here's Futurecast. Here's the big cold front that moves through, and it's a 1-2 punch. It brings us that little bit of a wintry mix. At times, there could be bursts of snow, and then on the backside, you get flurries, you get wind, and that is what creates that temperature tumble. So the impacts for today, wind and visibility are going to be the biggest issue, and snow, it's not much. It's like a third of an inch. Depending on how the roads are shaping up, if they're treated, you might not have an issue. I really think this is more of a visibility problem this evening. And look at the wind chills. Watch what happens. Whew, yeah, tomorrow morning, that is going to be a cold one for everybody. It doesn't matter where you are. Those chills are going to be below zero. So we have this hit of cold winter, kind of feels more like a January stretch for a little bit there. And then we go right back up to temperatures in the upper 40s by Sunday. Some weather models even were kind of showing 50, and I'm like, I don't want to go there yet. But I creeped it up to 47.
Yeah, it's close.
Let's be positive, okay?
Yeah.
Today is an impact day. Lindsey, you're tracking a wintry mix coming this evening. Plus, the wind is going to really pick up this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. It's already picked up in Minnesota. So we have the wind, we have the cold, and we have this mix. So it's a trifecta of what this cold front is going to bring. So over the next 6 hours, this is what you can expect. Right now, that cold front is approaching. That wind is going to pick up, just like Jaron was mentioning. By this afternoon, I'm thinking right around 2 o'clock or so, we'll start to see these gusty winds. The wintry mix will make itself known, and that could really cause some slick spots. Now, the worst time I would think is between about 2 and about 5 o'clock. We could have some lingering leftover flurries until 7, but some of these snow showers combined with those gusty winds will likely reduce visibility on the roads. Now, we're not talking a lot of accumulation with this mix and, a burst of snow real fast. It goes through very quickly, but because of the winds, it does make it tough as you are, encountering your evening commute, as you're kind of moving along throughout the evening. So I want you to keep that in mind. I know the Bucks are playing tonight as well, so that's not going to be the most pleasant drive to Fiserv, but you can see right there, there's our cold front slowly going through. There are some snow showers in Minneapolis. We have that extending from La Crosse all the way into, all the way into Rhinelander. This is what's heading in our direction. And look at these winds. We have westerly winds right now and southwesterly winds. That's why we're actually warmer today, but look at this. That is all coming in from Canada. All the cold air that's up here is going to careen its way to the southeastern part of the state. That is what's going to drop our temperatures later on this afternoon and evening, and you're definitely going to feel that change. Westerly winds right now, 24 miles an hour. It's actually not that bad considering what I know is coming. Right now we have chills that feel like the teens and the 20s out there, and here we go. We have a look at your 7-day. That does include today with the high of 37. I might need to drop that a couple of degrees. Cold front's coming a little earlier, but the rain-snow mix and these bursts of snow likely coming between 2 and 7 o'clock. That's the window. We really tank overnight. Temperatures take a huge tumble. Wind chills below 0 for Thursday morning. Much more sunshine, but it's still windy with the temperatures getting to about 28. We do warm up into the 40s going into the weekend, so the cold air is not long lasting. Here's our futurecast. You see what I'm talking about? There's green and blue on here. So this is going to pass through, as I mentioned, between 2 and 7 o'clock. The big burst right there, I would say, happens right around 3, 4 o'clock. Moves out so fast. Behind this, we have these light streaks of flurries, and some of that could reduce visibility for that evening rush. It also could cause some slick spots with ever so slight minor accumulation. I would expect maybe 1/4 of an inch. This is not a big snowmaker. It's just kind of a larger impact maker, if you will, because it happens during the evening rush. So this is what you can expect. 2 to 7, we have this rain-snow mix, potentially a burst of snow. Look at these winds. They gust up to 30, but some of those peak gusts with the wind advisory from 2 to 10, that could be up to 45 miles an hour. So there could be some slick spots lingering into that evening and even into the late evening. The good news is we are windy, so overnight tonight, anything that does fall will likely dry up. But look at the wind chill forecast. We are talking wind chills below 0 going into Thursday morning. The low is technically getting into the teens, but the chill is below 0. So if you haven't already, get all this stuff out for tonight and tomorrow morning. It is going to be cold, but that cold is not long lasting. Over the weekend, we have temperatures back into those 40s. Saturday looks like a really nice day. Sunday, we have increasing clouds and rain late in the day.